Hello, it's Saturday the 24th of September, it's my birthday, and this is the Big Magazine. Now I'm here with you at this time every weekend to take a look at what's going on around our area of Birmingham, Solihull, the Black Country and beyond. Yes, hello again and welcome to the Big Magazine. Now coming up, all the usual features. We'll take our regular look at what's coming up on this week's community notice board. Des and Gary will tell us what's on this weekend. Johnny Doom will give us his pick of the gigs. Carl will be here with his look at the film news. Thomas Russon has another book on the boil, and we'll look at some of the interesting things going on around our area as well. Then after all that, I'll have a look to see how you've been connected with Big Centre this week. Plenty more too, so that's all coming up within the pages of the Big Centre magazine. So then, let's have a look at what's happening in our area as we turn to the community notice board. Now, Natalie's not here this week, as she mentioned last week. And oh, hello. Who's this? Who could it be? Ah! Hello, Des.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah.
You had me worried then. I say you've grown a bit of hair. Sorry. Anyway, yes, community notice board time.
And of course, if you have some local news or information that you'd like us to mention, then please do get in touch. But give us plenty of notice.
Yeah, and if you do want to get in touch, then as always, we'll tell you how in a few minutes' time.
Now, Birmingham has scooped another gold at the Heart of England Bloom Awards in the large city category on Thursday, 10th of September. It follows last year's win, which was secured a place in the UK finals of Bloom this year, representing Heart of England in Bloom.
Well done to them. Now, amongst the other awards, Community Achievement for Civic Close, Horticultural Excellence for Cannonell Park, Landscape Award for the Library of Birmingham, Services to Heart of England in Bloom for Head of Parks Darren Share.
And then the Merit Awards, Wayne Dixon for Sarehole Mill, that's a great place, Ali H. Abdullah for Guinea Gardens, Acox Green won a gold in urban community, and Moseley got a gold and joint category winner. So well done, everyone.
Oh yes, we like that.
We do like our gardens, don't we? Have you got a garden?
I've got a garden and I'm a terrible gardener. It's all overgrown at the moment.
Do you know, I miss the wellies.
Yeah.
You used to enjoy the gardening bit.
Yeah, you do the wellies well, didn't you?
Yeah. But we can't say.
Well, no, I know. Well, you know the secret. Now, tens of thousands of Birmingham children will benefit from cycle training after the city was awarded a £1.2 million grant, enabling the Bikeability scheme to continue until March 2020.
Birmingham City Council has been granted funding by the Department for Transport to continue running the government's flagship cycle training programme, which is designed to give children the skills and confidence to ride their bikes safely on the city's roads.
It is a good idea. I always remember doing my cycling proficiency test. It taught me a heck of a lot.
Yeah.
Really, that's got me imagine.
Awareness.
That's the main thing, yeah. Now, this funding is going to enable nearly 38,000 children in Birmingham to be trained over the next 3.5 years. Birmingham's Cycle Revolution aims to make cycling an everyday way to travel in the city over the next 20 years, with a target of 5% of all trips in Birmingham made by bike in 2023, doubling to 10% in 2033.
I've got to say, in Erdington, where I live, one day all these pictures of bikes appeared on the pavements and the road. Nobody told us anything about it. They just suddenly appeared.
Like cycle lanes or something else?
Well, yeah, and then arrows for where a cyclist's supposed to go.
Oh, I see.
Things like that. It's very weird. It also fits in with the Birmingham Connected vision, which aims to encourage safer and more sustainable forms of transport around the city. Bikeability was launched nationally in 2006, with the council delivering the scheme in city schools since 2007.
Yep, so get on your bike. Now, residents in Sandwell are being reminded of the importance of using a registered gas engineer to inspect or install their gas boilers and cookers as part of a safety drive during Gas Safety Week, which is on until tomorrow.
It's now in its 6th year and a national It's now in its 6th year and it's a national safety campaign designed to promote gas safety and raise awareness of the dangers of poorly maintained gas appliances, which can cause gas leaks, fire, explosions and carbon monoxide poisoning. That is a real killer, that one.
It is, yeah. Now, the advice from the Gas Safety Register, which is the organisation which monitors gas engineers, is...
Make sure your gas appliances are regularly serviced and a gas safety inspection is carried out every 12 months.
Yeah. Check your engineer is gas safe registered. Now, that used to be known as the Corgi.
Corgi, yeah.
Yeah, but it's now gas safe registered.
They're little blokes with...
It's the Queen's dogs.
Yeah. And check your engineer's ID card before you let anybody in. Yes. Yes.
Sandwell Council tenants are also reminded about the importance of the yearly gas safety inspection carried out in their homes by the council's gas services team.
Under its legal duty of care as a local authority landlord, the council carries out a yearly gas safety check at all of its 29,000 plus properties.
Yeah, so if you've not had yours, get in touch with the council. Now, private landlords are also reminded that they are legally required to carry out a yearly safety inspection as well and provide the inspection report straight to the tenant.
Further general gas safety advice includes look out for warning signs that your gas appliances are not working correctly, such as a lazy yellow or orange flame instead of a crisp blue one, or black marks on or around the appliance.
Now, the signs and symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning: headaches, dizziness, breathlessness, nausea, collapse and loss of consciousness.
That's me on a Friday night.
Different reason.
You can actually get a little thing, don't cost very much, little meter that you put in your room.
My mum's got one.
Beeps. Yeah, great idea.
There we
Install
go.
an audible carbon monoxide alarm. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Now, if you smell gas or suspect fumes, you need to call the National Grid emergency number, which is 0800 111 999. That's 0800 111 999.
And for more information about Gas Safety Week and registered gas engineers, visit the Gas Safety Register website or call 0800 408 5500. 0800 408 5500.
Yeah, stay safe. Now, a community wood workshop has been launched in Great Barr, aimed at keeping older men busy and active. Sandwell Council has teamed up with the Royal Voluntary Service and the UK Men's Shed Association to bring Sandwell Men's Sheds to the Tan House Centre on Hampstead Road.
Keep older men, that'll give us something. Shed projects are designed and run by their members and provide opportunities to take part in practical skills and activities and share tools, resources and skills.
Now, I have a garden, I have a shed. It's not very big and I just keep my mower in there. I really should make more use of it.
Oh, the men's sheds. Do
you have a shed?
I used to have down on my allotment. Yeah, I missed that actually, it was great.
Proper man caves, aren't they?
Yeah.
Now, there are more than 200 men's sheds projects nationwide and more than 1,000 worldwide in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Denmark and the Republic of Ireland.
Oh, Republic of I can imagine him sitting in there with his pachine. Jesus, no. Anyone wanting more information can contact Frank Molby on 07399 834 510. Email sandwellmensshed@gmail.com. Visit the Sandwell Men's Shed Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/Sandwell Men's Shed, or ring Bal Dillon, Community Partnerships Officer, on 0121 569 5177.
Good job.
He's going to all go on the...
They're on there now. Oh. It's a good job. It was my mum's idea to put them on the screen and I'm ever so thankful for it.
Now, an evening of Black Country entertainment is on offer at King's Winford Library in October to celebrate National Poetry Day. The Nailmaker's Daughters are three poets who take their inspiration from the industrial landscape and domestic traditions of the Black Country.
Like the sound of this. Now, they'll be appearing at the library on National Poetry Day, which is Thursday, the 6th of October. That's my mum's birthday, you know. A collection of verse
Happy birthday, Mum.
Yes.
That.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. A collection of verse by the three poets, Emma Pursehouse, Iris Rhodes and Marion Cockin, have recently been published by Offers Press.
Some of the highlights in this new collection include Emma's Machine Parts and Then and Now, about working lives, and Flamingos in Dudley Zoo. Iris fondly remembers the Queen's Ballroom, Wolverhampton, and the Rocket Pools, Bradley. And Marion, who was born in Wednesbury, explores the Wednesbury Mangle theory and what it means to the common.
We have common people around here?
Mangle. Do you remember mangles?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my nan had
Get your
one.
finger. Oh, get your finger.
Now, the Nailmaker's Daughters will be appearing at King's Winford Library on Thursday, the 6th of October at 6 p.m. Admission is £3, including refreshments, and you can contact 01384 812 740 for more information or to book a place.
Richard Brown is the secretary of Sutton Coldfield Photography Club, and they're holding a digital photo day on Saturday, October the 1st at their club room in Sutton Parade, Sutton Coldfield. Richard has attached a poster which gives more information on the event, and he asked if they could get some advance publicity about the day on Big Centre. Well, here it is. Digital photography against the old stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for the old stuff, isn't there?
Grain,
Yeah.
atmosphere, depth.
Physical film as well. Yeah. Well, but digital photography makes it easier to take the photos and delete the ones
and
you get
review
wrong.
them
Yeah.
straight away.
Immediately, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, there it is. For more information, the website you need to look at is www.suttonphoto, all one word, .club.
So that's what we've found pinned to this week's community notice board.
Have you been sitting there hoping that we mentioned something, or do you know of something coming up soon that we ought to be talking about?
Well then, get in touch, but do make sure you let us know in plenty of time.
So how do you get in touch? Well, there are many ways, of course, but your best bet is to email us via the good old postbag, which is hello@bigcentre.tv.
Or if social media is your thing, then you can look us up and send us a message at Big Centre TV.
Or you can put a letter in the post to the Community Notice Board, Big Centre, 14A Lower Hall Lane, Walsall, WS1 1RL.
And we'll have some more for you at the same time next week.
Will you be here?
Oh, you never know.
Put the photo up again.
Yeah.
Right then, we're going to take a break now. When we come back, Des will be back with Gary to take a look at what's on today, and then Carl will be here with his regular look at the silver screen as well. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back to the Big Magazine with me, Lee Bannister. Now, Carl's going to be here shortly with a look at what's what in the film charts this week. But first, it's time for Gary to join Des again to tell us what's on for Saturday.
So here we are on Saturday and at the Symphony Hall. What's your idea of Englishness? Royalty or Rolling Hills? Elgar or Beatles? Fish and chips or chicken balti? A wet bank holiday in Weston-super-Mare or a big night out on Broad Street? The CBSO launches its year-long musical search for the spirit of England with notes from a small island.
Well, presenter Catherine Arledge, I was going to say Arledge,
yeah.
and maestro Michael Seal take an irreverent musical look at what it means to be English, featuring music from Benjamin Britten to Bollywood, 633 Squadron, remember that?
Yep.
To Bohemian Rhapsody. Whatever happens to be your personal cup of tea, it's going to be on there.
That's really good. That's really
yeah,
interesting.
like that.
Okay. Now, Bad Dad at the Old Joint Stock Theatre features Maltese actor and comedian Chris Dingley in his hit one-man comedy about parenthood.
It's a semi-autobiographical show that chronicles the trials and tribulations of becoming a first-time father. Gloriously funny and brutally honest, it's an account of Dingley's experiences of a father so far. Okay.
And over in Boldmere at the Highbury Theatre, Alan Bennett's Habeas Corpus, or is it habeas? Or
Habeas.
It is habeas, isn't it? Habeas Corpus, yeah. Habeas Corpus is arguably one of his best and funniest plays. It's a seaside postcard, end of the pier romp dealing with Englishness, sex and permissive society.
Alan Bennett. I do like Alan Bennett.
He's very good.
Talking Heads he did, though.
Yes.
Incredible. Now, gigs tonight, and Sue Fear's Life plays Jazzy Blues at Katie Fitzgerald's over in Stourbridge. Martin Stevenson from the Dainties is at the Blue Monkey Club in Great Bar. Is a great name. Gay Bikers on Acid are at the Wagon and Horses in Digbeth. I mean, they've been going for years. Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues is playing an acoustic set at the Wolverhampton Grand Theatre. A.R. Rahman's UK Intimate Tour plays the Barclaycard Arena. And here's the theme from the upcoming film about Pelé.
The footballer.
Which he wrote. It's called Jinga.
And of course, Des and Gary will be here at the same time tomorrow with their unique take on what's on for Sunday. Plus, they'll be here with a look at the week ahead tomorrow night, Sunday at 7, and then every day of the week during Big News. So then, time to take a look at this week's new film releases now, as well as the movie chart. It's time for today's Big Picture Bite Size. Here's Carl Jones.
Thanks very much, Lee. Well, it's time now to take a look at what's new in the world of cinema right here in the Big Centre region. Now, back in the summer of 2015, we all got very excited around here about the arrival of Hollywood film stars Gemma Arterton, Glenn Close and Paddy Considine on our patch. Production crew took over an old hospital in Dudley as one of their key locations. And finally, this weekend, we can see exactly what they got up to.
Shine, come on up you get. Transit, on the move.
Hello, Dr. Caldwell.
Hello, Melanie.
Morning, class. Good morning, Miss Justina. Once upon a time, there was a woman. The most beautiful and amazing woman in all the world.
No, you just touched her. Watch.
No, please, don't do that. They're only children. Stop it!
One day, she was attacked by a monster. But then a girl came running up and killed it. And the woman said, "Melanie! You are my special girl, and I'll never let you go."
She saved me, and you're still afraid of her?
Yeah, and you should be too.
I am producing a vaccine, and she is the main ingredient.
What am I?
Hope.
That's what you are.
I just want to live. Everyone wants that.
She loves you. The hell is this?
The world is falling apart. You can save people, Melanie. You can save everybody. Oh my God.
What did you do?
So there you go. The film was shot on the streets of Birmingham as well as Cannock Chase and that old Dudley Hospital, of course. It's fun to do a bit of location spotting in this film, but not just that, this movie is really good too. But if zombies in Dudley aren't up your street, well, what else is currently showing locally? Well, top of the box office charts right now, unsurprisingly, is Bridget Jones's Baby with Renée Zellweger trying to work out who's the father of her newborn child. Is it awkward Mark Darcy, played by Colin Firth, or the smooth-talking American with the gift of the gab, played by Patrick Dempsey? This is much better than the last Bridget Jones movie. There are lots of laughs going all the way through it. Also still riding high in the charts right now is Sausage Party, that naughty but nice adult animation, and a more family-friendly animated movie, Kubo and the Two Strings. And if you're after a dose of musical nostalgia, of course, check out Ron Howard's new film about the Beatles, 8 Days a Week, featuring rare and never-before-seen footage of the Fab Four at the height of their powers. This weekend's other big release is a remake of the classic western The Magnificent Seven, with Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt and Ethan Hawke following in the footsteps of the likes of Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen and Charles Bronson. They've certainly been clocking up the air miles promoting the movie, as you can see here.
I have need of a man with your qualifications.
I'm not for sale. I'm a duly sworn warrant officer.
We need your help. We're decent people being driven from our homes. Slaughtered in cold blood.
So you seek revenge?
I seek righteousness, but I'll take revenge.
We're looking for some men to do a job. it difficult? Impossible. I need more than a few to help us fight. How many you got so far? And allow me to show you something. I believe that bear is wearing people's clothes. I sense we are bonding.
Quite a batch of strays.
You tell your boss, if he wants in town, come see me.
Why are you here, fighting someone else's fight?
These people deserve their lives back. Take the damn shot! I suppose that Undertaker's gonna get some business out of this deal.
This is not going to end well.
You gotta hate what you're firing at! How many men you say?
The Magnificent Seven are now galloping into cinemas across the Big Centre region. Don't forget, if you've got something with a movie connection going on in your area, we'd love to hear about it. Send me an email to movies@bigcentre.tv or contact us through our website or Facebook page.
Thanks, Carl. And of course, there's more from Carl every day of the week in the Big Picture Bite Size. Right, time for a break now. When we come back, Johnny Doom will give us his pick of the gigs and Thomas Russell will have his nose deep in the book. I'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back to Saturday's Big Magazine with me, Lee Bannister. Now, Thomas Russell is waiting in the wings for a look at the Big Centre bookshelf. But first, it's time to head over to meet Johnny Doom from Amped as he gives us his pick of the upcoming gigs.
Right, it's me, Johnny Doom, from your weekly rock show on Big Centre, Amped. You must watch it. 10 o'clock Wednesdays, 11:30 Fridays and 10 p.m. Saturday. Here's my pick of the gigs. If you want some grime, go and see 60/70s at the O2 Institute, 28th of September. Jamie T as well, writes some great songs. 1st of October, that's at the O2 Academy. If you want a bit of bouncing, bit of ska punk, 5th of October, you've got Less Than Jake. They're at the O2 Academy. In fact, here they are right now. This is The Science of Selling Yourself.
And thanks to Johnny Doom there. As he said, he'll be back with Amped on Wednesday and Saturday nights at 10, plus Friday nights at 11:30. Right then, I am joined again by Tom. Hello.
Hello, sir.
There are no bookshelves around, but this is the Big Centre bookshelf.
It is indeed.
In which we take a look at a book, obviously, something you've been reading recently.
Yeah, absolutely. You wasn't here last week.
Yeah, you're not very well, are you,
No,
actually?
I've been poorly sick, and I'm poorly sick for a completely different reason this week.
Oh,
which
really?
is
Okay.
just quite annoying.
Well, take it steady, we'll
But
be
yeah,
okay.
we're taking it steady. One thing the whole poorly sickness has meant is that I've been just sort of lying, just reclining.
Plenty of time for reading?
Yeah, earbuds in and just absorbing stuff. And I've absorbed quite a bit of stuff.
Okay.
But
so this week?
Yeah, this week I want to go through a book that I first read years and years ago, actually. When I'm suffice to say that I didn't get it at the time. But it really opened my mind to many, many big questions. And it's actually, we're going back to science fiction, and it's a book called Calculating God.
Ah, right, okay.
So just there, just kind of, some people see that as a bit of a contradiction.
It's an interesting title.
Yeah,
something
it really
that
is.
could put people off.
Yeah,
perhaps.
absolutely. So, Calculating God by a guy called Robert J. Sawyer. Really like a lot of his work. Heavily criticised in some areas for his style and things like that. He's not a conventional science fiction writer.
It's important to say it is fiction, isn't it? Science fiction
it is
story.
fiction. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Not a conventional science fiction writer by any means. The gist of this one is that it documents the first days of mankind's first contact with an alien intelligence.
Yeah, right.
And they don't destroy us. They don't turn up and demand to be taken to our leaders. They don't stop, shepherding people into pens. The first thing they do is an alien turns up and asks to be taken to an archaeologist. An anthropological archaeologist is what I was going for.
It's easy for you to say.
Well, sometimes. So, immediately, it's a very, very different kind of story to almost anything I've read before or since. To be fair, it's a really rare story, and it's literally about this alien species quest as they travel through the galaxy, looking for God.
See, that's quite a well-known science fiction concept. I mean, they've covered it in things like Star Trek as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's something that's kind of out of vogue now. This book was released quite a while ago, but it's not something that's really been tackled in a while. The whole religion science debate's got a bit fraught over the last few years, and people, it's something that not many authors are really tackling. But going back to this book it's really, really fascinating because they obviously coming from a completely separate culture. These alien species who are completely biologically different from humans. They have nothing biologically in common with us other than they're warm-blooded. They obviously don't approach religion and looking for God in like big air quotes from sort of a Judeo-Christian standpoint or any of our religious standpoints. They're not looking for necessarily a creator of the universe, but they are looking for a creator of a group of intelligent species.
Oh, right, okay.
So they're not really looking for an absolute truth. They're looking for our and their origins.
So it's not in any way a comment on religion or anything. It's simply a story, would you say?
If you were looking for people who are looking for it to criticise religion could find stuff in there.
Okay.
But I really don't believe that that's the intention.
Yeah.
The extraterrestrial species in this, they approach their search for God, and again, big air quotes, from the fact that they are obviously significantly more technologically advanced than we are. They've reconciled a couple of the tough questions in physics, and they've kind of come to the conclusion that some things don't quite add up without a higher power of some kind. Whether that is a hugely advanced other previous technological society, or indeed a sort of a cosmic power of some kind. Some of the other characters actually believe they are looking for the creator of everything. So the story, it'd be so easy to spoil it so quickly.
Don't.
We will not spoil.
We won't tell the outcome.
No, it's a very bittersweet story. But one of the things I really like about Sawyer is he always brings it back to the people. Always brings it back to the people, the human story involved, and it's really, well, it's bittersweet. It's very, very cool.
Okay, so how accessible is it?
I think the way Sawyer's writing is really accessible. Because as you'd expect in this sort of thing, they go into quite a bit of science, sort of evolutionary science, and necessary things to explore the subject from their perspective. And the way they talk about it is very, very accessible. So they don't say, oh, such and such a subject by such and such a scientist, and ha 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 ha, and just run on. What they talk about, they break down. They don't go into the minutiae of it, so it doesn't bog down the story at all. But it's really accessible. If you're interested in this sort of thing as a concept, it's very, very interesting.
Okay. So then, your rating?
Rating's tough on this one. My personal rating, I'd give it a solid sort of 3.5. However, for the viewers, it really does depend. If you have someone like me who's interested in looking at the whole origins and the deeper meaning behind things, like some of the books we've done, like Sapiens a few months ago, some of that stuff is, people who like that stuff will probably love this, but also might struggle with the fact that it's obviously very fictionalized and there's a lot of scientific assumptions made. For people who want a trash book to sit on a beach with, no, just don't. You'll end up putting it down too much and think, let me ponder this, when you've got a holiday to enjoy.
Okay.
It's a good book to sit and ponder over. If you want to do that, some people aren't fond of Sawyer's style. They find it just gets a bit bogged down. I quite like it. It doesn't spoil my enjoyment of the theme, certainly. So for me, it's a solid 3.5, because it is not perfect. It's not without imperfections, but I enjoy it a great deal.
Okay. So then, if anybody wants to get in touch with you,
if anybody disagrees and really hates it, or absolutely loves it and rates it as the best thing they've ever read, or even if you have a book that they'd like me to read, or pick up something else, or review counter review something I've done in the past, more than welcome. We welcome all comers. They can email bookshelf@bigcentre.tv.
Right, time for a bit of a break now, and when we come back, we'll be seeing how you've been connecting with us this week. So I'll see you in a few minutes. So then, as we always do, let's move on to some of the messages we've received. How have you been connecting with us this week? Well, first up, a message from our Des Tong. Now he says, apologies to anyone who's tried to access the Life Story shows on the Big Centre website this week. I'm sure the on-demand section is now up and running again, and if you want to have a look at that, pop onto the website at www.bigcentre.tv/life-stories. There you go. Have a look through. There's interviews with Sissy Stone, John Lodge, Dennis Seaton from Musical Youth, the legend Jasper Carrott, Bev Bevan, Brian Travers, Jackie Graham, the Trevor Burton Band, Tony Christie, Raymond Froggatt, and many more. They are brilliant. I always enjoy them. Desi's interview with Sissy Stone the other week has gone down really well, actually. Jessica Tallulah sent a message to say, fantastic, very interesting. I loved it. But everything you do is great. She's talking about Des. Can't wait for the book. Loved you to bits, Sissy Stone. Wendy Eckhart also says, wonderful, so very interesting. Could easily have listened for another hour. Perhaps a sequel, Des? Love to you both. Now, recently on Big News, Daryl Gardner visited the Black Country Partnership Foundation Trust. Now, you might have seen his report recently.
The annual members event at Black Country Living Museum celebrates health and well-being in a friendly atmosphere. Offering live poetry, music and entertainment, it showcases some of the services that the NHS Foundation Trust can deliver to the community.
I think for us it's an opportunity to promote occupational therapy. There's a lot of misunderstanding, I would say, about the profession as a whole and what the occupational bit is. And it's all around activities and activities that provide meaning for people in their daily life. So it can be anything from being able to go to the toilet itself, getting dressed, right through to leisure, and anything that gives them meaning. And it's particularly for us, it's how if people are affected by illness, how it affects their ability to carry out the activities that they want to do, and that's where occupational therapists come in.
We're funded by NHS England. We work across the whole of the Black Country area. The service is facilitated by Dudley and Walsall Mental Health Trust and the Black Country Partnership Trust as well. We work with people in the criminal justice system, so we're based at Wolverhampton Police Station, Oldbury Custody Suite, and we also have an outreach team to try and help people engage in services, and also a youth team as well to work with people under the age of 18. So it's an all-age service working with people of all vulnerabilities.
I'm Darryl Gardner for Big News.
Well, Michelle O'Meara has sent us a message afterwards to say, I just wanted to say a big thank you to you and Darryl. Darryl did a fantastic job with the video. We hope to work with you again in the future. Well, we told Darryl and he's well chuffed with that. Now, last week on The Week with Carl Jones, Carl welcomed Jade Secker from the Haven Wolverhampton onto the show. Now, amongst other things, Jade was telling us about the 1 million Steps for the Haven campaign on the 8th of October. Now, Hayley Diddle got in touch to say, glad to see they've put the Haven Wolverhampton on TV again. Well, we agree. And if you're interested in the Havens event, then have a look at their website at www.havenrefuge.org.uk/walk-a-million. So, on the subject of Carl Jones, when I mentioned Steve Green last week in relation to Carl's show, he put it all over Twitter. So here we go again. Look out for Steve Green within Carl's Big Picture Bite Size during this week. Now, Carl tells me that Steve has the biggest microphone in the world. Or perhaps it was just the camera angle. Either way, look out for Steve doing more in Carl's bit in the future. Now, it's got to be worth another tweet, eh, Steve? Let's have another look at Steve's interview and look out for what Carl reckons is the biggest microphone in the world.
Hi Carl, I'm outside the Mockingbird Theatre in the heart of Birmingham's Custard Factory, sure to become the city's newest full-time cinema. I'm here with General Manager Anthony Duffy. Anthony, we're in the bar, and it's quite quiet at the moment, but it gets quite packed at night.
Yeah, when we have our film nights, it gets quite busy with film enthusiasts and people that enjoy a nice quiet drink after work.
It's pretty much a sort of a cult hangout at the moment. You've been showing quite a few old classic films and quite a few interesting obscurities.
Yes, yeah. So we like to champion kind of the cult classics like Clockwork Orange and The Terminator and those sort of films. Also mixing with a few modern classics as well, like we did the Deadpool film the other week, which has got a bit of a real big following after getting released last year, I think it was.
Yeah, and I know that I actually introduced the Clockwork Orange when it was screened by Cinema Addicts, Birmingham Cinema Addicts, and it was quite a packed auditorium. We've got just under 100 seats, so it's quite a small, intimate place.
It's 100 seats exactly. So, yeah, it's quite intimate, quite small, but I think that works out better really. It's a nice nice atmosphere it creates.
You think it adds to the sort of ambience of a small cult cinema?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I understand that come October you're going to become a full-time cinema.
Yes, so we have a deal in place with Curzon, which we're looking to sign this week or next week, which means we'll be full-time cinema. We'll have a refurb of the cinema, so we'll be getting a new screen and a new projector, and we'll also have the rights to kind of all the new latest stuff, so like the new Star Wars film that comes out in December, we'll be playing that, as well as we're going to keep doing the cult classics and some of the art house stuff as well.
Well, there's a kind of a movement at the moment to go back to the old-fashioned local cinemas rather than these massive multiplexes.
Yeah, I think so. I think cinemas, you know, it's to be in a nice, intimate space is sometimes better than a big kind of over-the-top kind of 500-seat cinema.
And you can obviously meet with a friend beforehand or meet afterwards and have a drink.
Yep, food and drink. We've got a good reputation for our cocktails and our food. So a lot of people like to grab some food beforehand and then go into cinema, or get a cocktail afterwards and kind of chill out in the bar, which is a really nice, atmosphere in the bar.
That's terrific. Well, I wish you the very best of luck with that, and we'll definitely be coming along myself in the near future.
Next, Mark Martin sent us an email to say, Hi, I would just like to say how much I've enjoyed watching Caribasian cookery programme. Are you doing another series? Well, I've asked around and it looks like you're good with the series for another month or so yet, and then we'll hopefully be getting another one in the months to come, so stay tuned for that, okay? Now, if you've been watching Walks Around Britain with Andrew White, well, Catherine Oliphant has. She sent us this lovely email. Hi guys. Hi. Just a message to say that we're loving the channel, particularly the walking content. Great viewing tonight, for example, the programme Walks Around Britain. Many thanks and keep up the good work. We certainly will. Now, we passed Catherine's message on to Andrew White at Nova Productions, who make Walks Around Britain, and Andrew replied, "Ah, many thanks for sending this in. Makes it all worthwhile." There you go. Now, Sir Paul Knight of the Night has been in touch. I think his name's Paul Knight. He says, "Just finished my night shift and put on the TV for an hour before I go to bed. I come across your channel by chance. How lovely, local and entertaining. I've already programmed this channel to favourites on my TV. Fantastic, never expected this," from Paul. Well, that's brilliant. Thank you, Paul. Now, we know that Paul sent this message just after watching our Good Morning programme, which is on between 7 and 7:30 on weekdays. So he'd have been hearing the dulcet tones of the presenter, Richard Gullick. Now, I know Richard is watching this and he knows all about the message, and he says, "Da very much." So do we all. Now remember, if you've discovered us recently, or if you like the changes we've been making recently and the new programmes we're showing, please do let us know, because it's always good to hear that we're doing something that people like. Now, it looks like you're enjoying Tom Ross on the Goal Zone. Remember, Tom has brought his classic radio show to TV and he's chosen Big Centre to do it. Now, you can see the shows live on Friday nights at 6, and you can call in and share your footy views too. Darren Carter was Tom's guest last week, and afterwards Darren tweeted, "Thanks for having me. Very enjoyable hour with the main man." Caroline Martin from radio tweeted, "Friday telly at Big Centre on the Goal Zone. Smashing it, Tom, and I don't even like football. Hashtag up the hammers. Hashtag loving your work." Oh, and don't forget, we're still searching for our furthest away viewer on either Freeview Channel 7 or Virgin Media 159. Now, so far, the record is held by Kenny Horton in Chipping Norton. Now, I'm told we've had another entry, so we're just checking how far away they are, and I'll report back probably next week. Oh, and finally, thank you to Rob Tompkins for his 5-star rating. Yeah. So there you go. Would you like to get in touch with us? Maybe you just want to say hi, get your name on the telly, or perhaps you want to send someone a nice message on the telly. Maybe it's someone's birthday, like it is mine on Saturday the 24th, whatever. Then on social media, we are at Big Centre TV, and you can find us under that name on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Plus, of course, you can email us, hello@bigcentre.tv. Well, don't forget, we've got another Twitter feed as well you can keep in touch with, particularly for Big Centre Sport. It is at Big Centre Sport. Simple. But if you just want to write to us, pen to paper, then the address for anything at all is Big Centre, 14A, Lower Hall Lane, Walsall, WS1 1RL. And that's your Big Magazine for Saturday. Time to close the pages now. But remember, you can catch the Big Magazine on Saturdays at 10 a.m, 6 p.m. Then we're back with more tomorrow, Sunday, also at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Oh, and don't forget, you can catch up with this week's Big Quiz too. I'll be with you early tomorrow morning between 8 and 9 to gently test the old grey matter and the brain cells with another play of this week's show. So I do hope you can join us then. From the whole team here, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Try a bit.